Hey YouTube, Northwest Farm Dad here. Today we're going to do a video where we deconstruct a Tecova boot. If you've seen any of my other videos on the Tecovas, I had issues with my first pair. My second pair was okay, but the counter started to fail on me. So since they're kind of uncomfortable to wear now with that failing counter, I decided to take them apart and see how they're made. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the first bit where my daughter worked on separating the top from the bottom before we busted out the chop saw and cut it in half. All right, so here we are. We've got the chop saw. We're working on cutting this sucker in half. As you can see, we're full on safety third in this family, rocking the flip-flops with the socks from Costco, which is a fantastic look. I am wearing eye protection, and we did screw the boot to a piece of cedar trim from the garage build. And here it is where we get this sucker cut in half. All right, so here we have the cross-section of the Tecova boot. Now, Tecova's claim is twice the quality for half the price. And let's take a look at this boot in general. Now, essentially, we have the Vibram sole. We've got the leather stacked heel. These are both pretty standard features on a boot, whether it's made overseas or if it's made in the US. We've got the cork lining that will help form to your foot. So there's nothing here that's like super extraordinary where I would say that's twice the quality. It's a Goodyear welt construction on the boot, which is it's a good method for making boots. It makes them easier to resole in the future, so that's good. But it's, you know, I go back to my double H boots and I say, you know, here's a commercially made boot. And that boot is the same price as this one. So, and it's made in the USA. Here's where the boot really failed me, where we look at the counter on the back of the boot. It is a thin piece of plastic. This is what led me to cutting these boots in half, that this plastic counter failed. Now, a twice the quality boot would have done what Beck Boots does, which is this would have been a big thick piece of leather. It wouldn't have been a plastic insert. Again, this is an area where a corner was cut, and where after literally 3 or 4 months, these boots failed me. So as I look at the overall quality of this boot, there's nothing here that says to me, this is an outstanding quality boot. This is, I would consider, an average quality boot. I would expect to see this exact same construction on any American or overseas made Tony Lama, Justin, Double H, you name it. That's what I would expect. The leather is a little bit thin, but it held up during the 4 months that I had the boot, so I'm not going to complain too much. But overall, my thoughts on the Tecovas are this is the last pair that I will ever own, and I'm definitely going to be sticking with either the commercially made or the custom boots that I can get in the US. And my top boot right now is the Cowboy Special from Beck Boots.